What's up everybody, Kafka here, and today I want to show you this alt leveling build. I want to make sure everyone gets the gear because the gear is really cheap, and if you want to make some alts in PoE 2, I believe this is the fastest way possible. I stumbled upon a video by Lazy Exile. I will link this YouTuber's info in the description below. They did a really good job putting together the video, but I want to make sure everyone that watches Kafka seen this build and could start buying some of this gear if you want to make some alts. So I leveled in about 5 hours through the campaign. A new character, actually got a witch to level 62 and beat Doriani at level 62, which is pretty quick. So there is a couple stages to this, but this is a strength stacking build. So I went ahead and started a new character. This is going to be a Kafka bot. So what that means is I'll play with another person that is very strong and I will buff them, get rarity, and it's just going to be to buff the other players in the party. So it's a tactician build that I'm going to share with you guys when I get there. But this is the gear that we have. So these are very, very inexpensive, and you could buy these to just start off. You're only using a couple different abilities throughout the whole time. So it's very fast, it's very good, and you know the gear is cheap to get. So if you want to make some alts, this is the fastest way possible. I also put some gear in my inventory here. This allows me to put these items on when I get a little bit higher. So that this says level 5, level 11, level 8, level 5. And then I will go on my witch and show you what it looked like when I actually got to the last stage. And basically after Act 1 Cruel, you basically put on a set of gear and you don't even change it out until after that. So let's get to level 2. I'm just using Whirling Slash and Twister right now just to get to level 2. Then I'll use Disengage with Stomping Ground because I already have quite a bit of strength, which is the main component of this. So let's get to level 2 real quick. All right, so we're using Twister and we're using Whirling Slash. You can see even with the gear, without Stomping Ground yet, because I'm not level 3, sorry, correction, not level 2, but you can see the damage that I'm already doing, which is pretty wild. That boss just went down so easy. Now we could go to the Growwood. We're not even level 3 yet. Once we get level 3, it gets even better. And then we get level 6, I believe, is when we get Rake, and then we basically use Rake and Disengage till the end of Act 3 Cruel, which makes it so simple. So let's get level 3. I'll show you Disengage. Alright, so Disengage is good because it just speeds up, and then you could kill stuff while you're going faster. So this gets really fast because you're actually going to stack attack speed in this build. So you start flying around the map, and that's what makes it so quick to level. And you know, you'll use Rake to do the majority of your damage, but early on, Disengage could do some damage too. So you're just disengaging backwards, doing damage, and, you know, trying to get through the map as fast as possible. All right, look at that. We already found the red veil. This is perfect. All right, so all we're doing is going for strength. Obviously, the planner is going to be in here, but you can see I'm just hitting the strength nodes. Which actually you get a couple more nodes when you're a mercenary, but you could start this off anywhere and go into strength. Like you could do this on any class, so it works really good for the mercenary in a good spot. All right, so now we're at the Rust King. You're gonna see how fast he goes down. When I start doing NATOs, start doing Disengage, it's pretty easy. Forgot the NATO there. I'm not used to this. I'm used to just raking because that's pretty much the build when you get to the end. After level 6, I think it is. We'll show you that though. But he's still going down quick. And then I have so much life. Like, it's such a twink build. Leveling alts made easy. Let's go. It should be easy, right? You already worked hard to level the first one. All right, we did hit level 5. So we could put on our Gray Make, which is amazing for early leveling. And then we could put in our new spear, the Grip Ironhead Spear. So we'll put that on as well. and now we're even faster. And then one more level we're going to put on Rake, and we'll show you that, and that is clear sailing. The beautiful thing about using Rake, I used a level 3 Rake because Rake doesn't do the damage. Stomping Ground does the damage. Let me show you. That's all you need to know. Stomping Ground. So triggers a shockwave when you step. So if you click shockwave, deals 100% to 150% of your strength as physical damage. So you only need to stack strength, and strength gives you health, so you're going to stay alive. Let's get level 6 so I can show you what that looks like. All right, we got the seals going on now. Like, moving along. This is actually only at 12 minutes of me playing, just so you know. I know I cut the video up a little bit, but it's only 12 minutes and we're already here, which is awesome. Go speak to Una. It can be a little tricky to like use the stomping ground with disengage. You gotta kind of go backwards to where you want to hit, because you're actually not disengaging, you're actually trying to kill them until you get level 6, which is almost there. And then we can switch everything around, and we got it. I'll show you this right now. All right, so you're gonna want a 4-slot Rake. You're gonna put stomping ground in it, which we already showed. You're gonna put heft in it for more physical damage, close combat for more damage, and then martial temple for more speed, because speed and strength is very important. Only thing you need. Ingenuity is the only thing in here. Eventually we will get some spirit stuff like overwhelming presence. We'll get Herald of Ash first at levels when we first get our first 30 points, which I'll show you on my character that I already leveled up in just a moment. But let's look at how Rake works. So it just does an attack and it jumps towards them. So once you get more speed, you're going to start flying around. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the Ice Strike build we were doing that last season. Let's show you on this boss. Usually I don't even kill this guy because he's not needed on the alt. But look at that. Bye. See ya. Where'd he go, guys? Where did he go? Where did he go? So that's partially due to equipping the gray make, and now I have 26 plus basically like another 40 strength here. You just want to put strength gems in all your gear as well, because you're going to have a ton of life, and ES is good at the beginning too. So, and now it's just doing all the content as fast as possible. You utilize disengage when you're trying to get around the map, because disengage is quite a bit faster than just using Rake to move around. So Rake can jump towards an enemy, but it really doesn't pick up until you get more attack speed, which you're going to be going for in the tree. If you take a look at the planner, you'll see that you do go for a lot of attack speed. So already the Tomb of Construct right here. So we're already right there. Boom. Now let's switch over to my character that I already leveled. This was the Witch. I didn't even do any ascendancies, so we still got to do the ascendancies. You could still use this build in mapping. I don't know how far. I'll probably, until I collect the gear I want, I'll probably get to like 75-ish, and then I'll build the build I wanted. Also, I'll need to get the ascendancy points too. The build, I'm gonna go Blood Mage with the Witch, which I've never played before, so that is super exciting. All right, here we are on the freshly leveled up character. You're gonna see a couple things that are different. We switched to the Sky Silver weapon. This weapon allows you to get more attack speed, which is important in this build. So attack speed is pretty much everything, along with the strength. So we'll switch to that. I think this is level 16. Yeah, level 16 when you switch to this. You switch to this helmet level 16 as well. Well, actually, you might not switch at 16. You're going to want to do the math and see if you increase. So the gray helm reduces each level. So you'll use this. I think it was around like 22-ish when I switched to this helm. You could use a shield, or you don't have to use a shield. I just like being a little bit more tanky. At 26, you switch to this shield. This is a level 20 chest plate, so this will replace your Ghost Wraith. It gives you a ton of strength, 30% increased strength. You'll switch to these Lactonal Careless Gloves, Caress Gloves. These are giving you a lot more strength and skill speed, and max health. You're using the same belt throughout the whole time. You can use this at level 1 and use it out the whole time. And then you switch to Trample Toe at the end to level 27. So I think level 27's the latest you'll change something basically. Eventually, you're just going to switch to rings with resist and then strength on them. So anything that has strength, see that has 30 strength, and then also look at this neck. It has 10 strength, 22 strength, and then 20 to all attributes. So my strength actually right now is 786, and I'm level 63. I did a map. I actually beat Doriani at level 62. So I will show you guys that. I'm going to play it after this. A couple more things I want to go over. So I did mention you do get Herald of Ash first. That is active with my spirit. I just put magnitude effect in there. I don't even use this one anymore, but I do have a companion. This is the boar. It actually gives you attack faster and move. I think this is the best one to get for this build. I put a couple gems in here as well to keep them alive, which is helpful. And then eventually when you get more spirit, this is nice because when you walk away a little bit more from your dude, you know, you'll keep this buff. That's what that does. So those are it. That's it. Like I'll show you, it's still level 3. The Rake is the same level 3 Rake. I could level up Disengage. I don't know why I didn't, but I probably should level up Disengage, but it's okay. I didn't even the whole time. Wow. I didn't even gem cutter prism these things. That's hilarious. I probably should do that too. That would probably help out a little bit. We'll do that too. That actually does more damage now. So I didn't need it. But you can see it's a little bit faster now. And then it hops to enemies. So you're very fast. And then disengage, here, is the cooldown's like pretty much always up. So I'm just using this to get around the map. You could use Thunderous Leap if you want. I didn't need it. Look how fast I'm going. Literally just running. I was always about 5 levels down from the zone I'm in. That's how fast I was going while I was leveling. So make sure you guys are getting this gear as soon as possible. Kind of showed you everything in that video, and that's it. Like, that's all you need to know. I'm gonna leave the last zone, the last black chamber. I'm gonna let that play through, so if you want to watch and see how it did in the black chamber, you could go ahead and see that. Just a couple funny things that happened. Man, I kept all my exalted orbs and chaos orbs in my inventory. I didn't pick up really anything, and that's all I got. I got 12 exalted and 3 chaos from leveling. So level the characters you want as fast as possible, and then get the heck into mapping and endgame stuff, because you don't get crap for currency. No. But that's it for the video. Thank you guys for watching. Stick around if you want to watch the Black Chamber run. It's not that long because obviously we're super fast. But thank you guys for watching. We will see you in the next video. Peace.